Friends, it happened a lot of many times, like in my initial days when I was solving any of the SQL problem. I could quickly imagine that a problem which I was solving at that moment I could have easily solved if the same problem I was solving into the Excel with the help of the pivot tables. This particular thing, it led me to search whether we have this kind of functionality into SQL or not. So we can definitely make the pivots or generate the same output which a pivot function is producing with the help of some of the other functions. But I was just concerned of whether we have a simple function that could just we could just give the data and the results would be present into the output. So friends, I came to know about the pivot function into the SQL, and it works exactly the same way as it works into the Excel. Friends, in this video I'll be discussing the pivot concept, pivot function into a lot of more detail with the help of some simple examples. And even if you don't know any concept on pivot, this video will help you to cover all the concepts which are required for any job profile for SQL positions. Friends, do watch this video till the very end, and also don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Let us quickly jump over to the screen and let us understand the pivot concept. So friends, we'll be understanding the pivot concept into the advanced SQL with the help of two of the very simple examples. I'll be helping you understand the syntax and also what all things which we need to keep into the mind while we are doing the pivot concept or applying the pivot concept in SQL. Now I have my Excel sheet ready as usual. I have two data sets. Into the very first data set I have the customers data, the customer ID, customer first name, customer last name. Into the second table or the data set I have the order ID, date of purchase of the order, the customer who has purchased the order into the customer ID column, and the amount of the order which is purchased. Now using the pivot function into the SQL, I want to generate two different data points. The very first data point is I want to know total orders which is done by each of the customer. And the second data point which I want to know is the total orders by each of the customer by year versus year. So let's say in 2020, what is the total number of orders which were done by the customer ID as 1? And let's say into the 2021, what was the total number of orders which were done by the customer ID as 3? So this is the output, kind of output which I want to generate into the second problem. Now friends, if I need to do the same thing into the Excel, it is pretty much simple, straightforward. We can solve this particular problem. Let us see what is the kind of output which we want to generate into the using the pivot function into the SQL. So I would just go to insert, pivot table, and let us get this into the existing worksheet. Let us get the data here itself. I'll click OK. And what is the very first answer which we want to get? So what is the total orders which is purchased by each of the customer? So the customer ID would come into the columns, and the total number of orders which we don't want the amount, the values would come into the sum of order ID. So this is calculating the sum, but we want the count. So I would select here the second option, which is the count. So you can see here I'm getting the count. So this is the output which we want for the very first question. What is the output which we want for the second question? Let us again do the same process. So I'm just doing this to explain what is the kind of output which we want using the pivot function into the SQL, and also you'll get a better visibility on how we are using the pivot into the Excel. So I'll go to again insert, pivot table. I would just select the existing worksheet here itself. Okay. Now I want it versus year, so I would just go to here as date, and the total order ID which has been purchased versus the customers who have purchased the orders. This is now coming as sum of order ID. I'll just change this to count of order ID, and you can see the output which I am having right now. So these are the two different kind of outputs which we want to generate. Let us see how to do this with the help of the SQL. Now I have imported both of these data sets into my SQL Server Management Studio. So here you can see I've just imported both of these data sets. I'll just do a select star from orders and select star from customers. We'll just execute the code. So you can see I'm just having the same data set. Start writing the query. So the very first thing is we need to operate onto the, let's say, the orders table only, because we want it against the customer ID, and customer ID is present into the orders table. If we want to get the data against the customer name, so we could have joined both of these data sets prior to doing the operations, but here you just want to get the data against the customer ID. As you can see, into the different columns the customer ID is present, so I would just take into account the order table. Later on we'll see if we can do the same thing using the customer name. So we'll try to get the customer name and the orders which were purchased instead of getting the customer ID. Just use the second table, which is the orders. Start writing the code. We'll need to mention here select order ID comma customer ID, because these are the columns which I'm just concerned of from orders. I'll execute the query here. You can see here I'm getting the customer ID and the order ID, the customer who has purchased that particular order. I'll put this into a subquery here. Let us rename this subquery as A. And after this subquery, we need to mention here select star from this particular subquery. After this, pivot comes into the action. They just open and close a bracket. Into this bracket, all the operations of the pivot we need to mention. Now, the very first thing, what is the metric which we want? So we want to count the total number of orders which has been purchased by each of the customer. So the very first thing which we need to mention here is the count of order ID. And after this, we need to mention here for which column, by which column you want to calculate. So we want to calculate onto the basis of the customer ID column. So I need to mention here for customer ID in, and I'll just open and close a bracket. Into this particular bracket, you need to mention for which customers you want to display the data. So for obviously I have 3 distinct customers here. So if you want to see the total number of distinct customers which are present into my data set, for showing these distinct customers, so I'll just do this select distinct customer ID from customer. I'll execute this. So you can see I'm getting 3 of the distinct customers ID which are present, and inside this bracket you can mention all of the 3, or for only those customers for which you want to display the data into the final output. So friends, into this, let us just put all the customers ID, and you need to put this particular data point into the square brackets. That's all. Let's rename this as pivot data. Let us execute the query. Let us see what is the output which we are getting. So you can see here into the columns I am having the distinct customers ID. For example, customer ID as 1 has purchased, total count of orders is 5. Similarly, customer ID as 2, the total count of order is 6. Customer ID as 3, the total count of order is 4. So you can just see the syntax is very much simple. It is very much simple to implement. You just first of all need to mention the metric which you want to calculate. So I just wanted to calculate the total number of orders which were purchased. So against what you want to calculate. So against each customers I want to calculate. So after this metric count of order ID, I need to mention for customer ID against the customer ID I want to calculate. And into the bracket you can give let's say for only 2 of the customer ID. Let's say if I just want to see the data for customer ID as 1 and 3, so I would just mention that and execute the code. So you can see here into the output I am just having the data for customer ID 1 and the customer ID as 3. So this is the options which are provided into the pivot. Let us just verify if the data which is coming is correct or not. So customer ID 1, 2 and 3, it is 5, 6 and 4. So 1 was 5, 3 is 4, and let us get back 2 from there, and let us execute the code here. After executing code, you can see here 2 is 6. That's pretty much correct, the answer which we wanted. So the very first case is sorted. Now into the second example, we want to get the data versus year. For each customer, what is the total number of orders which were purchased into each year? So an additional data has come up, and this I'll be getting the year value, I'll be getting into the a single column. So for each row, similar to what the result which was produced into this particular pivot table, so this is exactly the same result which we'll be producing. Let us see how to add this year value, an additional data point into the pivot which we are creating into the SQL. It's simple to add an additional matrix. So first of all, you just need to, I'll just copy paste the same query from here, and an additional data point or column which we want, so we can mention this here. So you need to extract the year from the date column which you can see here. So year from date, you can just mention this, and that's all is required from our end. I'll just execute the query. After executing the query, you can see I'm getting the exactly the same result which I wanted. So I'll need to write or mention only the columns I'm concerned of into my subquery which I'm mentioning here. So into the subquery for the first case, you could see I was not concerned with the date or the year part, so I did not write that. Into the second case, I wanted to get the data versus year also, versus customer, so I'm mentioning here the year thing also here. So that is how we are getting the output. Let's say, as discussed before, if we want to join both the queries, and instead of the customer IDs, I want to get the customers names. But there's a problem into these cases because there can be multiple customers with just the same name, but for each of the customer ID would remain exactly the kind of distinct thing for each of the customer. So that makes sense. But to explain these things into much more better way, to give a better visibility onto the problem solving part, I would just solve the same problem, but this time I'll be doing this with the help of the customer name. So I'll be first of all joining both of these tables. I'll be operating onto the customer name. So let's see how to do this. So I'll just mention here select. Prior to this, let us see what is the columns which are present into this particular data set. I'll just execute the code. Okay, so a dot order ID, a dot date. I think we are not concerned with date, so we'll just solve for the very first case. A dot customer ID, and from the second, I think we are also not concerned with the customer. So we just need, I'll just write here a dot order ID because I want to calculate the total number of orders which are purchased by each of the customer. And here I just need to mention the relevant columns which we need to operate on. We need not necessarily present all of these columns. So here I am operating onto the customer name, so I'm will be getting the customer first name comma p dot customer last name. So instead of making this customer first name last name separately, let us concat this and mention this here as the customer full name instead of last name and the first name. I'll give a space between the first name and the last name. So this is the customer full name. From orders inner join customers customer on, what is the common column on which we'll be joining both of these tables. So we'll be joining both of these tables onto the basis of the customer ID column. in a join orders is A, customer is B. So let us see what is the output which is being generated by this particular query. So it is perfectly fine, the output which we wanted. I'll mention this into a subquery. So I'm getting the desired columns which I require into my subquery. I'm just not getting the unnecessary columns. After this, I need to mention a select star from this. I'll give this name alias, mention this pivot, which metric I want to calculate. So I want to calculate the same, the count of total number of orders. So I'll just mention this count of order ID for full name. Now, earlier we needed to do onto the basis of the customer ID. Here we don't have a customer ID, we have the customer name. Instead of customer ID, we have a customer name. So here we need to mention for full name in, and inside this bracket we need to mention all the customers, distinct customers name. So to get the distinct customers name, let us do one thing. Let us do a concatenate here, text1, text2 and text3. So we have got the customer's name, and also we can put this into the square bracket likewise and close the bracket. So from here only I'll simply copy paste the data so that I need not to do this again. So you can see I'm getting my desired data, and I'll just drag this formula to the last. Control C, paste this, separate this with the help of commas in this particular data points or the pivot which is being created here. Just execute the query. So you can see here for every customer name, I'm getting the total number of distinct orders which were purchased by each of the customer. So friends, this is how we can solve this particular problem. We can get it against the year also if you want. So I'll just mention here comma a dot date, and from the date I want to get the year value here. That's all. Let us execute the query for this, and you can see here we can getting the customer's name and the total number of orders which are purchased into each of the year by each of the customers against the customer name. So friends, this was all about the pivot. With the help of very simple examples, I was able to explain the pivot concept into a lot of more detail. So it is not very much complex. You just need to mention the metrics versus which you want to demonstrate your data. That's all is required here, while everything remains as simple as it can be. Only the desired columns you need to mention into the subquery. So these are some of the things which you need to take care of. While this is a very important and interesting concept, you can use this particular concept to solve multiple level of problems, complex level problems. So friends, I hope you had found this video quite informational and useful. So do like this video and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't, to receive such kind of useful information on a daily basis. Meet you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.